Could lobsters hold the key to eternal life? Lobsters are a family of crustaceans that live in waters across most of the world's coastlines. There are 30 known species of clawed lobsters and 45 species of spiny, or rock, lobsters. The largest lobster species is the American lobster, which can be found from the coasts of North Carolina into Newfoundland. Because American lobsters grow continuously throughout their lives, they can reach sizes larger than any living crustacean. The largest known American lobster weighed in at 44 pounds 6 ounces, 20.1 kilograms. Lobsters are animals that are closely related to insects because they have an exoskeleton and jointed legs like a spider. They're omnivores, eating both fish and algae. Lobsters have poor eyesight, so they depend on their ability to taste and smell while moving across the bottom of the ocean. With a brain in their throat and teeth in their stomach, lobsters have some of the most unusual anatomy across the animal kingdom. Their eyes detect shadows and light, but not colors or images. Their stomach contains their teeth, a gastric mill that crushes up food. A lobster's brain is located in its throat and is about the size of a grasshopper's. Their heart and central nervous system lays in their abdomen. In addition, lobsters taste with their feet and hear using a series of sensory hairs on their legs. A lobster underbelly is as strong as car tires. The underbelly membrane of lobsters, which protects against rocks on the seafloor, is about as strong as industrial rubber. The largest lobster ever recorded might have been 100 years old. The largest ever recorded lobster was caught off Nova Scotia in 1977 and weighed 44 pounds 6 ounces, according to the Guinness Book of World Records. While age estimates of lobsters are inaccurate, it is believed this lobster may have been 100 years old. Learn about the longest living animals here. Lobster used to be considered cockroaches of the sea. In the early 1800s, lobsters were so plentiful in New England that they occasionally would wash ashore in piles 2 feet high. While lobsters today are seen as a gourmet food, they were so plentiful at the time that Massachusetts servants demanded they only be served a maximum of 3 dinners per week. The key to eternal life? Unlike most animals that stop growing once their adult stage is reached, lobsters grow continuously throughout their life. Does this mean lobsters could hold the key to immortal life? To read more, scroll down to our Could Lobsters Live Forever section. When you think of a lobster, you may picture a red lobster sitting on someone's dinner plate. However, they don't turn red until after they're cooked. The American or Maine lobster is greenish-brown in color. Lobsters can be found in different colors, but these variations are extremely rare. The Maine Fishermen's Alliance estimates that every 1 in 2 million lobsters is blue. Looking for a yellow lobster? They're seen once every 30 million lobsters, and white lobsters are even rarer. The chance of seeing a white lobster is about 1 in 100 million. The brownish color of most lobsters allows them to blend in with the sand and rocks on the bottom of the ocean. This can keep them hidden from predators. If a lobster spots a predator, it will scoot backward using its tail fin to move into a rock crevice. The fastest speed on record for a lobster moving backward is 11 miles per hour. A lobster's body has 2 main parts covered in a hard shell. It can grow to be a little more than 3 feet long. This animal is about half as tall as the refrigerator in your kitchen. Lobsters vary in weight. They can weigh from 1 pound to 15 pounds. Of course, there are lobsters that weigh more than 15 pounds. The heaviest lobster was caught off Nova Scotia in 1988. It weighed more than 44 pounds. The American lobster has 2 claws, antennae, and 2 tiny black eyes. Its eyes don't play a big part in its nocturnal hunting activities. The small sensory hairs on its 10 legs and feet help a lobster to identify its prey. Also, a lobster uses its antennae to smell prey even if it's far away. Just imagine a lobster moving through the murky ocean water using its legs and feet to spot its prey. Lobsters are solitary and shy animals most of the time. However, they become aggressive when defending their territory against other lobsters. One lobster may push another with its claws in an effort to move it out of the territory. American lobsters live in the northern Atlantic Ocean. They prefer cold water habitats and live on the floor of the ocean, hiding between rocks and digging in the sand. Different lobster subspecies, such as the spiny lobster, live in warm, tropical waters like the Gulf of Mexico, the Caribbean Sea and off the coast of Florida in the Atlantic Ocean. The tiny eyes of a lobster have thousands of lenses. Their eyes are sensitive to bright light, so it's a good thing they live at the bottom of the ocean. Though they can't see clearly, lobsters can see shadows and dim images, which helps them avoid predators moving into the area. These crustaceans use both of their claws to dig into the sand near a rock to make itself a home. This home can serve as protection against predators. Scientists have found that American lobsters migrate away from the shoreline in the winter and spring. They want to live in the warmer, deep water during the cold weather months. As the weather warms up in the summer and stays warm into early fall, they move back toward the shore. Some lobsters move up and down the shoreline, never staying in one place. What do lobsters eat? Lobsters are omnivores. They eat mussels, sand fleas, clams, shrimp and sometimes tiny fish. They are slow-moving, so they usually hunt slow-moving prey. They grab hold of their prey with their strong claws and squeeze. If they can't find any of these animals to eat, lobsters eat plants that grow underwater. Lobsters have many predators including eels, crabs, seals and rock gunnels. An eel is able to push its thin body into rock crevices to grab a lobster that's hiding there. Seals are fast swimmers and can catch lobsters with their powerful jaws. In addition, some fish such as flounder and cod also eat lobsters. However, the biggest threat to lobsters is man. Large numbers of lobsters are caught in nets to sell in seafood markets and restaurants. When it comes to disease, lobsters can suffer from shell disease as well as different types of fungus and parasites. They are also threatened by chemicals and other pollutants in the ocean waters. The official conservation status of lobsters is least concern.